Step number 2. Can we even put this on you?
Today, these two contestants compete for no prize and no money.
I'm your host, Ben, on this episode of
SLIDED.
Now, let's meet your judges. Head of Columbia's Karen Studies Department, it's Alexandra Voelmle. Caretaker of the world's most self-aware parrot, it's Jose Quintana. Opened their gym in defiance of stay-at-home orders, it's Ngyuen. Some housekeeping before we start. Each contestant must present a slideshow they've never seen before. The contestants will be judged on comedy, character, and content. And did we mention they must complete their presentation in under 5 minutes? Let's meet our contestants before they're
SLIDED.
Contestant number 1.
No, put it all in taxidermy. Sorry, hold on, I'm almost done. Put it
That's
all in
great.
taxidermy.
Contestant number 2.
I never do anything in under 5
Cool
minutes.
beans. Contestant number 1. Close your eyes. Your presentation starts now.
You know, the title and the picture speak for itself. The Danish perspective. Stimulation during insemination. Let's get started. You know, Danish scientists determined that arousing a sow before inseminating increased fertility by 6%. Now, this is especially important in the pig farming industry. Though factory farming isn't present outside of the United States, the practice is moving very slowly, and these research methods are enhancing the volume of pigs that are being created. Next slide, please. So, what you're gonna want to do is tug at the haunches. Now, what is a haunch? It's a good question. It's not about what it is. It's about the feeling inside. You know, no one really knows what's happening under a pig. You just want to generally grab and just tug. Next slide, please. Step number 2. Can we even put this on? Step 2. Just pack it in. And I'm talking all the way in there. You think it can't go any further? There it goes. Next slide, please. Step number 3. Repeat step 2, because where there's a will, there's a way, and this pig is getting packed. Just keep on going. Next slide. Step 4. Prepare to jump. You probably angered the pig at this point, and it's important that you just get out of Dodge. Just jump over the fence as quickly as possible. Next slide. Take her for a ride. Yeehaw optional. Now, this is a controversial statement. I personally think the yeehaw is mandatory because it's part of the whole experience, really. I mean, half of factory farming is the fun of it all. So once you're done and the pig has settled down, you want to jump right back in, give it a good old yeehaw, smack the pig, let it run around, do its whole dance, you know. Next slide. And then step 6, insemination station. Chugga chugga, whoop whoop. This pig is going to be going full speed, and you're going to want to hold on because, dear God, if you don't, factory farming just shuts down, and who'd want that? Next slide. Stimulate the pig breasts. Gee, where are you finding these images? I'm sorry, what is happening? The pig breasts, just stimulate them. Just get them right going because, you know, the pig's already angered. You might as well, you know. Next slide. Oh, God. Take a nap. You've earned it. Enjoy your cigarette. You know, put on what do people do after they inseminate? They watch a Netflix show? Smoke? Do that. Next slide. In conclusion, you know, Pigs are, fun fact, one of the only other animals in the entire animal kingdom to experience orgasm. Fun fact. Oh boy.
I guess that's it. All
Yep.
right. Well, we will never get that time back. Now, my panel of judges. Alexandra, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling a lot of things, definitely. Stimulated sure is not one of them. Repulsed would probably be a good descriptor. But I think something was accomplished today, and I feel like this is where Abe was going, that little reverse psychology, because I think I might be a vegetarian after this.
You motherfucker. Oh, why did you do this to me?
Well, I do feel that the slides were very informative. Questionable, possibly. Repulsive, highly. And honestly, I'm left without words. I don't really know how to describe this feeling, but informative is the best way I can describe this presentation.
Yeah, it's hard to describe the feeling unless you've actually done it. So there's that.
Well, I would have to agree with the judges that, am I disgusted? Yes, but I would argue that sometimes you need to see the uglier side of things to, get the full picture. And I see that, your expertise in taxidermy really helped your presentation here with prior knowledge. So, as I am grossed out, I am further educated. So in a sick way, I appreciate this very much. Just don't go hogging all of the spotlight, okay?
I gotcha. Well, that's like the whole list of my talents now. I'm a man of many trades. Meditation enthusiast, pig inseminating fanatic, taxidermy.
Just look into birds next time.
I gotcha. I will.
All right. Now, with it, contestant number 1 finished, contestant number 2, are you ready?
I am.
All right. Close your eyes.
Your presentation starts now.
Now, the makeup of the moon has been a subject of debate for centuries. I'd say even millennia. As long as humankind has been aware of a moon, this debate has existed. Is it made of cheese? Now, there's a lot of science supporting the contrary, but I say it is. Next slide. John Haywood, the founder of this philosophy, stated in 1546 that the moon is made of green cheese. Now, I don't know about the green part. A lot of that can have to do with the reflection off the surrounding celestial bodies that sometimes give the moon a green appearance, but it is without a doubt made of cheese. John Haywood had it right. Next slide. Some people think he was joking, but these people are stupid. If it's good enough for John Haywood, who are you to poo-poo it? Were you alive in the 16th century? I don't think so. Next slide. In 1638, philosopher John Wilkins wrote, "You may soon persuade some country peasants that the moon is made of green cheese, as we say." Now, country peasants, this may sound derogatory, that you might convince them because they're stupid, but what he actually meant is that they were the people most familiar with cheese in its production, in its consumption, in its trade, and so they would be the leading experts in the field of cheese at this time. Next slide. Now, the Illuminati have been credited with a lot of outrageous things over the centuries, but they have in fact confirmed through research that is, of course, unpublished, that the moon is made of cheese. Now, I haven't spoken directly to Nick Cage about this, but I have heard that the next Dan Brown movie will revolve around this theme, so just be on the lookout for that. Next slide. Now, we all know that mice love cheese, right? But did you also know that mice are nocturnal? Now, why would that be? Why would an adorable little creature like a mouse hide itself during the day, come out during the dark and scary night? And that is simply, the moon is cheese. Next slide. The lactose in the moon allows it to be sentient and communicate with bears. Now, not a lot of people know this. You think of bears and honey, but bears are highly sensitive to the proteins found in all dairy products. So that is what puts them on this deep level of communication with the moon. It also relates to, you may have heard how bears can smell a menstrual cycle. Well, obviously that's also linked to the moon, so just connect the dots. Next slide. Astronauts actually brought back wedges of cheese from the moon exploration missions. Now, you won't hear about this in any report or verified document from those expositions, but we all know of the conspiracies surrounding the moon landings and how some people don't believe they existed at all. It's those people that want you to believe that man has not actually even been to the moon that hid the evidence of the cheese the astronauts procured. Next slide. Now, Pink Floyd gets a lot of slack, for being a druggy kind of band, if you will. And people think that nothing but the album The Dark Side of the Moon is for anything but getting stoned and watching The Wizard of Oz. But I'm here to tell you it is about humans' ignorance about what is truly happening on the surface of the moon. The dark side of the moon is cheese. Next slide. The lyrics, intergalactical love, the sky is falling, falling down, originally said the moon is melting, melting down. Now NASA made them change that lyric, not only because they didn't want people to know the moon was cheese, but they also feared mass panic of the moon melting. Next slide. In conclusion, next slide.
All right.
Oh, that's it. I thought there was going to be more. Okay, great. That's a conclusion. I'm concluded.
Okay, everyone, let's give it up for. So I can get everyone clapping. That was very interesting. I did not know that the moon was made of cheese. Thank you for that. Now, judges, Alexandra, you start us off.
Well, so for one, I feel like I have to reevaluate everything around me, as in like everything on this physical plane of existence seems like it may be something else, and it's starting to make me question my sanity. But you are very confident, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
As a space enthusiast, I found it very conflicting that a lot of the science that you tried to argue against say otherwise. And with your presentation, I feel fully convinced about the moon being made of cheese. And I can't wait to see and hope that NASA brings this to conclusion, as you stated in your presentation.
Welcome to the dark side of the moon, my friend.
I am what you would say over the moon with this presentation. See what I did there? Yeah. This is just super informative. I've learned so much. I think like flat earthers, get out of here. Moon cheese, am I right? So I think you should definitely look into making a documentary about this.
We are accepting donations. I have a GoFundMe. We'll post the link below.
I'll definitely send you some cheddar. See what I did there?
All right, we're going to forget that one happened, and we are going to move on to final verdicts. Judges, Alexandra, who should progress to the next round?
So I think we tackled some really interesting topics today. But when we're finished here, I'm going to go make a tin hat because I'm now convinced that the moon's made of cheese, I think contestant number 2 won it for me.
As tough as it was to decide between inseminating a pig and discovering that the moon was made of cheese, I feel like I would want to study more into space. So my vote goes for contestant number 2.
If I walked away from this, if I wanted to remember one presentation, I think it would have to be the moon. I apologize, Abraham, but as informative as it was, I really don't want to go to bed thinking about inseminating a pig.
Thank you, Kenny. Always know you're on my side.
I just want you guys to know that whenever you eat a pork chop, I want you to remember the hard, and I want to emphasize, very hard work that went into creating that.
You know, bacon and cheese, it's like a match made in heaven, so like, we will never forget.
All right, and with that, we are finished with this episode of Blind Slide. We will see you all next time, where Madalyn will take on our next contestant. Will you be there for when they're blindsided? Oh, hi. Good to see you there. Did you like the show? If so, why not give us a little like and subscribe? Ring that bell if you want a little more. Now, if you have a specific slide you'd like to see someone present, leave a comment. We may consider it. All right. Bye now.